Namaste everyone. Welcome back to the Kodakates and a very happy Onam to you all. I'm sure that you might be celebrating the day and the day is as auspicious and as prosperous as forever. Really wish you all a very happy Onam for this year and for the upcoming years as well. So in today's video, we are going to talk about the while loop because we have been discussing the loops like the for loop. We have been discussing the conditions. Now let's also get into a second type of loop, that is the while loop. It's very important to learn about the loops because the crux of your any programming language completely depends upon its looping structures, how they are, how you follow them. So let's get started in this video and let's understand what a while loop is all about in Python. So basically a while loop is another type of a looping structure in which we can actually use it to uh, create some repetitions when we have to repeat some of our actions or our operations. So in while loop, a code block that is inside the looping structure, it runs until a certain condition is turned out to be true. So the moment that condition does not satisfy the mentioned condition, your loop decides to break and come outside its flow. So if you can see here, the syntax of the while loop says that the while condition and then we have the body of the while loop. As you all can see in Python, we do not have the implementation of the curly braces just like other languages, but here our structure completely depends upon the alignment. So whenever we are writing the body of the loop, be it a while, be it a for loop, we have to make sure that we are ending up our loop, let's say the loop keyword with a colon sign, and in the next statement, we are following a certain alignment in which we have to mention the body of the while loop. Now let's see what are the different stages of a while loop. So here, my bad, I have written increment here. So basically stage 1 is all about initialization. I'm going to correct it. So it is about initializing the counter or the variable. So there has to be a variable which you are going to use to maintain a condition, or let's say to maintain a certain condition to satisfy how many number of iterations you have to perform in your loop. So you need to initialize it in the beginning, and then later on when you write the while keyword, you need to perform the condition check followed by the increment or decrement inside the while loop. If you are not performing any kind of increment or decrement inside your while loop, in certain cases your while loop might turn out to be an infinite one. We are going to check out these certain cases while doing the program. Let's move on to the flow chart of a while loop. That means how a certain program flow or the control flow happens inside a while loop. So you decide to enter the while loop in the first stage. When you enter, that is where the condition comes. And because the crux of your while loop lies completely dependent upon what the condition is and behaving the way condition turns out to be true or false, your while loop is going to act out. So in case your condition is true, that's what we are here for, because that's why we are going to enter the body of the while loop and all the operations are going to be run accordingly. The moment your condition turns out to be false, you reach the end of the loop, or let's say in a better language, your loop terminates. So this is the major point where you can end your while loop. Now there are cases when each time your condition is true, let's say it's always true. So then in that case, your while loop will become an infinite loop. So for example, if I say that I create an application which is checking that there is a certain user, they need to enter their age. The moment I realize with the condition checking that the age of the user entered by is 18 and above, I'm going to treat them as an adult and I would say that yes, you are eligible to vote for the elections. So in that case, what we can say that anybody 18 and above, if keeps on coming and be a part of that application are filling the form, so that criteria, that particular part of the loop will always turn out to be true, and then eventually it will become an infinite loop. But the moment your user is 18 less, in that case your loop condition might become false and it is going to be the loop termination case here. But what is the situation here? What are we observing? So there can be any number of cases where the age of the user is 18 and above. That means you cannot predict in the beginning that how many times your while loop is going to run. Will it be infinite? Will it run 10 times, 20 times? It completely depends upon the user who's using the application and is entering their data. You don't know how many number of times or how many users are going to approach it. So this is the case where we do not know the number of iterations that are going to happen, as we are aware of in the case of for loop. Because in that case, what happens, we know that yes, it is going to run, a certain amount of iterations are going to happen, certain count of iterations are going to be preferred over the loop. So this is where we are going to observe the difference in for loop and while loop. Now let's understand the example of while loop. When I was talking about these three stages, as you can see here, I've written them correctly. So here I'm trying to draw a circle using a while loop in the Turtle library. Now Turtle library is one of the libraries in Python which helps us to visualize our own code. Let's say if you want to draw something, you can turn your output screen into your own canvas and you can draw so many things using the Turtle library. So here what I have done, because it's a library, I need to import it. Now in the second line of code, I have created the Turtle object, or better to say a Turtle variable. Then in the first step, I have initialized my I, that is the variable, or you can also call it as a counter, because this will help me to count 36 iterations that need to be performed while creating a circle. And then you see, after the body of the loop, I am actually within the body and I'm doing I equals I plus 1, which is increment. If I remove this increment line, my circle will be an infinite circle because my turtle will keep on drawing it. So we are going to test out this code when we are going to work on the while loop working on Replit. Okay. Now let's move on to the for versus while loop. The way I was telling you that how to observe the difference between for loop and the while loop. Because in for loop, we generally are aware of the number of iterations that do occur. But in while loop, we use it as a case number of iterations that can happen, and we are not quite aware of it. Like I just gave you that example. So your condition is going to keep on running until that condition is true. So you do not know that at what point your condition will become false, and it will be the loop termination in that case. So thank you everyone for watching this video. These were the basics of while loop in Python. And now let's check out the second video of while loop, in which we are going to do few programs with while loop. And let's see the working of the Turtle library. That's what we are going to introduce here as well. Let's check out the another video. Just stay tuned with the Coder Kids and let's keep on learning Python in the most basic and the most fun way. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to Coder Kids. Uvishi Saraswat signing off here. Thank you so much.